Hey everyone, happy 2021. I have an announcement to make before I get into your chart, and that is what we're going to be doing different on this channel. I want to thank you all for all your wonderful comments, really warms my heart, but I would like to get online, upload to you on a weekly basis what we're going to do every Sunday. I'm going to be sharing with you a 36 card read, okay? I know a lot of you watch the tarot readings online. Super informative, and especially when we have 36 cards, which is something I've developed myself as an astrologer. I call it the Astro-Tarot spread. So you will have 12 different areas of your life covered every single Sunday. So hit that subscribe button, get the notification button bell too, so you'll see when they're uploaded. But that is my way of connecting with you a little bit more often instead of uploading these 12 videos once a month, okay? We get to be connected every single week, all right? So let's get into your reading now. Hello, Virgo. Happy holidays. Here we are, end of the year of 2020. Thank God, right? But listen, this is your January forecast for 2021, and we're going to see how this month is going to change things up for how we've concluded 2020, right? And there is a few things that I really feel stand out for you that can be a big game changer, and that is the long-term transit of Jupiter and Saturn that for you had been in your fifth house for a long time now, alongside there with Pluto. That's where your transformations have been taking place, right? In 2020, Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, the children, your self-expression, the business that you run, all of that has been just so, you know how it's been for you, right? But that shift is going to alleviate that pressure, because out of the fifth now, you're going to be looking at your day-to-day routine. This is what's going to be changing up, and it's happening already from New Year's Eve onwards, right? And why is that? Well, Saturn has moved in 1 degree by top of the year. Jupiter has moved in 2 degrees. So very late December, you will already feel that shift. But from January onward, you're looking at a whole new day-to-day routine. Maybe something gave up, maybe loosened up in the way that you work or where you work, because now you're able to expand upon more of those things that you want, right? Jupiter is optimistic, it's jovial, it's enthusiastic. It's like feeling it's got wings again. And Saturn is right there supporting Jupiter, saying, well, if you're liking this, anchor it in. Don't just let it run away with you over these oncoming months and be gone. If you're truly loving what you're doing right now, give it some form, give it some basis, give it some roots, because Saturn won't be here again for another 28 years, right? It's going to be here in this sign for the next 2 years, but it won't come back around and initiate this area for 28 years. So, Jupiter is giving you a lot of options, how you want your day-to-day, not just now, but in the long term, how that can work for you. Do you want more time? Do you want more space? Jupiter always wants space. Think about the size of Jupiter. It wants space to flap its wings, right? It wants to have fun. That's what Jupiter does. But Jupiter is also all about how we think, our mindset. It's our spirituality. It's how we ask, why are we even here? And what's the purpose? Those higher philosophical questions. Saturn is there saying, there is a reason. And of course, being Virgo, you're the voice of reason. You always are, right? So these two planets for you, I feel, are good. It's helping you create roots to where you are, your standpoint, your outlook, internationally and politically and COVIDly, spiritually. Like, why are we going through what we are? And of course, a lot of you are health workers, right? So service is something that's been on your mind and maybe in your duties too. Thank you for that, Virgo. And you're kind of looking at, how can I now change this up? Where do I fit in? What room do I want for me? without feeling, guilty or selfish, right? So, yeah, especially these first 4 months, you're going to feel a lot of that as Jupiter moves very, very quickly. Saturn, not that quick, but both of them are trying to give you something. You're going to feel somewhat a little bit more alleviation too. As far as what's going on with your children, you might have been over worrying, and we know you as Virgo, yes, you tend to overthink and over worry certain things and worrying maybe about your children, your child, and whatnot. So that you're going to start feeling that can be a little easier if there has been any worries, right? Pluto's still going to spend its time. It's 24 degrees. It's going to still be there until it moves into the sixth house, which is not quite yet, so we're not going to talk or spend too much time on it. The next thing that is, I feel important for you, Virgo, is Mars has been so delayed because of its long-term retrograde. It's been hanging there in Aries. Now it's going to be shifting sign, January 7th through March 5th. This is going to be the window of opportunity for you to kind of work with that Taurian energy, which is good because Taurus is your sister sign. And Taurus is all about firmness and security and stability and money and value and those things that we want and sticking to it. So Mars is going to help you stick to the goals that you want. This is going to be in your 10th house because it's been hanging in the 9th house. So expect your career. You see 12th, 11th, 10th, 9th. I'm sorry, it's not your career. It's moving into your 9th house. So it's been in your 8th house and now moving into your 9th house. 12, 11, 10th, 9th. Yes, okay, just getting that right. Got so many charts going on in my head that I just had to verify that. But yes, so moving into this area is for you to really now feel, what is it that I want? Where am I aiming those higher aspirations? This is going to be a time for you to feel that you're looking into a lot of research maybe or preparations of where it is that you're wanting to go. You're seeking, again, in 9th house, it's like that Jupiter. I said that you ask questions. Why am I here? My purpose and goal. See, Mars is going to have that, and it is going to team up with January 17th through the 23rd for a week. You'll feel it prior, you'll feel it after, but especially in that week, I'd like to say pay attention, Virgo, because there's going to be a conjunction. And Mars can be very feisty and fiery, and Uranus, we just never know, right? It can trigger the unexpected. As astrologers, we like to call this aspect, earthquake aspects, because the two of them come together, they jolt and boom, right? Unexpectedly, we got the quake. But we have, like what I'd like to say, inner tectonic plates too, that there could be a situation, there could be a person triggering something unexpected where we might feel jolted, or maybe you might end up jolting somebody else with some insight or piece of news that you've been hanging on to and then suddenly releasing it. So that is a week we want to be a little aware, not careful, aware, just extra awareness, because also nationally, of course, this is going around and it's a political month, and so we want to be a little careful with that as well. We don't want it to add to anything that can be should I say causing more separation from the people that we love, family, friends, and whatnot. And we know it's been a little heated in 2020. So here we go. We got not the elections, but we got the inauguration. And so, yes, that could be a part of it. I'm not even quite sure which date the inauguration is going to be because I'm not really politically focused. But yes, that is a week we want to be a little aware of. The rest of the month, that Mars, Uranus will also be squaring Jupiter. And Jupiter has to do with the law and the injustice and those things. So we can see there's going to be some stress this month. And this is where I'm saying it's more national, it's more international. We got those, it's like butting heads. But on a personal level, we can take charge to lay low, go under the radar, just be still, have our thoughts, and know that there's room for everybody. Everybody's inclined perfectly to have their own sense of insight, right? We don't always have to agree. This is definitely a time we want to be able to agree to disagree and still be close, right? Because even these aspects, they're going to pass. And we want to make sure that the foundation of our friendships are still good, solid after all of this. That's the only precaution of January, I would like to say. But besides that, we got great things going. We got the new moon, which this month, January 12th, will show up 23 degrees in Capricorn. Now, it's a powerful new moon. It was powerful last month because we had the eclipse on it, right? This time, it's going to be conjuncting Pluto, and we know just how deep and transformative Pluto can be. It can be very intense, right? So this is a day we want to mark in our calendar, to pay attention what's going on around, but even more so to place our intentions, so that we can manifest our intentions by the law of attraction down the road. So there's an intensification taking place. This is on the 12th, the new moon with Pluto. And then at this very same degree where the new moon is, pay attention to the 29th, because why? Venus is going to visit that same degree as the new moon did. And so that will also re-intensify this energy, right? Venus is money and romance, and Pluto is also very, very passionate. So romantically, that's a good thing on the 29th. If things are good, it can be heaven. It can be very magic. If things are not so good in a relationship, that can take it the other route too. So that depends on what's in your own individual chart. But then also here on the 29th, while Venus is visiting Pluto, which will last a couple of days, Mercury is going to retrograde. So we got that going on too. So, but more on Mercury retrograde next month, because it's pretty much going to take up most part of February. We have a lot of insights on it, but we always feel it the week before it kicks in. So towards the end of January, you'll feel Mercury retrograde too, and you know how that works, in your life, right? Especially if you've been paying attention to astrology and my channel, others' channel, you know that this is a very special time for all of us. So listen, this is what I have for you. Have a wonderful New Year's. See you next month. Have a good one now.